y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamika and this is Check the Rhymes. I am super excited that you're here. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all, I am so excited about this interview because I absolutely love this actress. Naturi Naughton is in the building. Yes, y'all. She is going to be talking about her new movie, Call Her King. It is streaming right now on BET+. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss today's show. Welcome to Check the Rhymes. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I have loved watching your career unfold. I mean, I've loved you since 3LW. So.
Oh, okay. So you're a real throwback fan. Thank you.
Yes, yes. And so I have absolutely loved your portrayal of Tasha St. Patrick as well. I've been, yes. And I was wondering though, just for a quick moment, I know we're here to talk about your new movie, but I was wondering how you felt about people still quoting things that Tasha said on the original Power and still using the memes and all that stuff. Like, do you crack up about that?
Oh my gosh. It's funny and it's also an honor because I'm like, I started Power almost 10 years ago, actually.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that my character, Tasha, has made such an impact on the culture.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, people still post memes. People are like, saying Tasha-isms and, I look at it as, wow, this role has left such a lasting impression on people that they still enjoy utilizing certain things from her. Frankly, I'm blessed because it's not every day an actress gets to play a role for, a decade. So I'm very happy.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So I'm bringing up Tasha St. Patrick because I have seen the comparisons to that character with your character in your new movie, Call Her King, which is streaming right now on BET+. So first of all, how did you get involved in this film?
Oh, wow. Well, they actually reached out to me, my team, that was about a year ago, and they offered me the role.
Mm-hmm.
BT, Wes Miller, the director, we had a call. I remember we had just like a really great conference call on the phone and just discussed the role, the character, his vision, the script. And when they sent it to me, I read it and I was immediately intrigued by, just how it challenges the justice system and what happens with young Black men being sentenced and they could be innocent and they're being sent to prison. So that alone was something that I was passionate about. Yeah. And then when I talked to Wes, I was like, oh, he gets it. He's really, an advocate for actors in the process. So I thought it was cool. And I said yes, because I've never been offered an action movie before in my career.
Yeah.
For me, it was a chance to show something totally different and way more like intense as far as the physical action aspect of it.
Now, were you said it was probably over a year ago, but were you, when you started filming, were you pregnant then?
I was. It wasn't a whole year ago. It was almost a year ago because my baby was just born. I have a 5-week-old.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Like he's literally upstairs and I'm going to breastfeed after this. But he's amazing. And when I got the movie, when I was offered it, I wasn't. But when the shooting started, by the time the shooting started, I found out I was pregnant. And I was like, So I talked to my doctor. My husband and I decided, I'm feeling good. And I actually shot this movie while 6 weeks pregnant all the way until I was 12 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was a crucial time as far as like, nausea, morning sickness.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I did it, but I got through it. And when you see the movie and all the stuff that I did my stunts, fight training, I felt really good. So I'm glad that I was able to be active during my pregnancy.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you did your own stunts during that time, but that's amazing that you.
I mean, we had, there's certain, I definitely had a stunt double. We all did for safety. And she was amazing. But anything that, obviously was like kicking toward the stomach or throwing, I didn't do. But I learned all the physical fighting, the silat, the karate training. I did all that. I was actually in fight training in karate for like 2 weeks. So I learned that before and then we shot the movie for 4 weeks. So I would say, I came out feeling like I'm a real fighter. Can't nobody mess with me. So I definitely enjoyed that process.
Oh, I love that. For those that don't know what Call Her King is about, can you just kind of give like a quick overview of what the movie is about?
Sure. So Call Her King is a movie where I played a judge, Judge Jaeda King. And Call Her King is a play on my last name in the film. King is my last name. And the judge has been kind of the tough judge. She's a little bit of a hard-nosed, stickler who really doesn't cut anybody any slack. But that's also because she's made a mistake before with letting someone go. And essentially, this judge is about to sentence a brother named Sean Samuels. And essentially, Lance's character is Gabriel Samuels, the older brother, and Jason Mitchell plays Sean Samuels. And these two brothers are very close. They come from a criminal background. But the film shows how his older brother is willing to do anything to free his younger brother because he believes he's innocent. When you watch a film, you can tell or find out if he really is innocent. Is the question. But this movie, the movie examines how the court system, justice system, how we judge people just by how they look or the color of their skin. And it's really, really, I think, action-packed, but also socially provocative and makes you think. So I'm proud of that aspect of it. It's not just an action movie with a bunch of bombs going off and no real story.
Yeah.
So, so Call Her King gives us a chance to dive into what happens. These two brothers, I'm the judge. I have to protect my courtroom because it's been hijacked, essentially. And once the hijacking of my courtroom happens, all hell breaks loose and we fight to survive.
Wow. And I was just about to ask what the themes of the film are. So thank you for mentioning those things.
Yeah, there's a few. That, family, brotherhood, the justice system in America, how the judge aspect. I even spoke to real judges just to get some insight, on a criminal judge, but also, civil judge, just really understanding their process when they sentence and make judgments. It's a hard position to hold.
Oh, yeah.
But very humbling. So that experience taught me a lot. So some of those themes really, hopefully, open up the audience's mind to see like the story is a lot bigger than what you can see sometimes. So don't be so quick to judge.
Because I think that's what happens a lot of times, especially with social media. People will see a headline and make the assumption like, oh, that person's guilty because I just read this headline without reading the whole story.
Exactly. And we do that in life. But it's even worse now because we have access to everyone's information on these little devices.
Right.
So somehow we feel that we have a right to make a judgment or a call. And we really don't because we didn't walk in those person's shoes and we didn't live their life.
Exactly. Oh, I cannot wait to watch this film. You mentioned talking to judges as a way to prep for the role, or was there anything else that you did to prepare for this role?
Yes, that was the main thing to, really read and understand just the process, reading a lot of materials, even articles that show, different things about a popular case, like a high profile case, which is the one that Judge King is presiding over. And how those become publicly judged before they're even judged. So that was one of the things, I thought about and just did some research. And then also talking, like I said, I talked to two judges in, very different states and having the ability to just listen to them and, ask a lot of questions. And then talking to Wes Miller, our director, who also has a background in law, which is crazy. He's a lawyer, and then he became a director. And I was like, and I'm an actor who wanted to be a lawyer. I went to school for political science, and I thought about being a lawyer post 3LW, which is still one of my passions, just lawmaking in the process. Yeah. So that was one of the things, and then honestly, the biggest thing was the physical training. The 2 weeks of fight training with our, coaches. C-Lot is a form of karate or martial arts that we learned. And it's really about breathing control and like breath control and just like how to use your force
Hmm.
in a way that like honors your body. It was very deep. So the training aspect,
Oh,
then
yeah.
the gun training, that was a big thing I had to prep for. Even though I've been in power for many, many years,
Right.
lots of guns, I have only shot like one person, Lakeisha, played by Lala. I
Right.
shot my best friend, and that was one gun that went off like once or twice. So I think for me, learning how to shoot various, guns, AKs and it seemed like I had never experienced like these automatic like guns that
Yeah.
kind of scary. I honestly, it was a little frightening, but the gun training was a huge adjustment for me because I'm not somebody who like does that often.
Right.
Um, and I'm also like not a gun person.
Hmm.
So being able to look like I'm super comfortable and badass
Oh.
took me a couple weeks. Like the first time I was shooting, I was like, oh, don't hit me. Kind of scared.
Yeah.
And literally by like after I would say a week of really practicing and aiming and focusing on being in control of the gun
Hmm.
and not letting it be in control of me, that's when I really started to be, I think, a comfortable
Yeah.
uh, person in this action role.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't think I would have been comfortable with the guns either. I would have been like,
Whew.
can
And
somebody
I
else
did,
shoot it for me?
you see that, and I did all my own stunts with the gun and all that. So you'll see, and you'll be like, "What?" I definitely felt proud of myself that I got through that.
Yeah. So, is there anything else that you hope that viewers take away from this film? You mentioned some things, but is there anything else, like from one of the themes you mentioned was family? Is there anything with that they should take away?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things I hope the audience takes away. When I said family, I guess because this film it explores the closeness of two brothers,
Hmm.
sometimes with family, you are willing to die, you're willing to go to jail, you're willing to get caught, you're willing to challenge the powers that be.
Hmm.
Sometimes you do have to fight back. And for our families, even in the justice system, we have to protest, we have to fight, we have to show up. I'm not saying hijack the courtroom.
Right.
This is a movie.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the family aspect is when you see, wow, when you love your family and you're willing to do whatever it takes to free them,
Yeah.
and it's done in different ways. It's just about fighting for your family's freedom
Hmm.
when you know that they've been, wronged or judged incorrectly. So I think that aspect of family, it was inspiring. A little scary. Lance Gross killed it, by the way, in this role. He's so good, and so is Jason Mitchell.
Yeah.
Everyone in the film was really good and fun to work with as well.
Hmm. Are there any funny behind the scenes stories you can share?
Oh my gosh, we had so much fun, like constant laughter. Actually, let me think. Nick Turturro, he is hilarious. We were shooting this movie in Camden, New Jersey, so everyone. I'm from New Jersey, so it wasn't far out for me. I
Yeah.
was born and raised in East Orange, but having everybody together, training together, different moments. I'm trying to think on set. We would just me and Jason like acted a fool a lot. I can't even pinpoint which day was acting a fool because we're just silly.
Hmm.
And Lance is fun, a pleasure, but Nick, I would say like as far as the comedic aspect, when you see the film,
Hmm.
Nick Turturro is so funny in this film. He's kind of like the Italian guy who makes these funny jokes. I think that we just had a lot of fun and a lot of laughter from just being together and
Hmm.
long hours. You're shooting in a courtroom and a lot of red tape that we had to work through because we were shooting in real locations.
Oh, yeah.
Real courtrooms, real police, offices. So we had to use a lot of, extra steps. But it was fun. Overall, I would just say we just had a lot of laughs and fun moments.
So we see you on the next season of what I always get the name
Ghost.
of the Power Book 2 Go.
Yes, Ghost. Yes. Funny enough, I think you might just wait and see, because if those who just saw the finale of
Yeah.
season 3 know that Tasha, came out the woodwork. She is the type you gotta like never sleep.
Right.
Tasha will pop up on you and be like, "Papel." So keep watching is what I'll say.
Okay. Is there anything else you're working on that we should be on the lookout for?
I'm hoping to do more music, getting back on Broadway, but I actually am working on my next short film that I wrote and I'm going to direct, called 333. I directed my first short last year that actually aired on BET Her, called The Smile, about, a woman with vitiligo, the skin disorder, and just like mental health issues and how skin disorders affect our mental health.
Yeah.
So that was called Behind the Smile. And I have another short film that is a passion project for me called 333. And I'm really excited to show people me as a director. Also, just like the subject matter that I think pertains to women's rights. And I can't wait for the audience to see that. So look out for that, hopefully in the next year.
Oh, I can't wait. And I love that you touched on mental health with skin disorders, because, I'm very passionate about like fibroid awareness and all that stuff. And I've been talking a lot about the mental health issues that go along with that, because people don't talk about it a lot. So make that a film.
That's actually and I know a lot of women who've experienced that and are going through it. So I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure chatting with you today. Call Her King is streaming right now on BET Plus.
Go watch it.
To check it out. Yes, y'all make sure to check that out and let us know what you think about it in the comments.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.